Testing. Good evening, Isabel. What up, fam? What up, fam? Good evening. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. I see Isabel has made it. You guys don't know, Isabel has been to every single one of my streams. I'm pretty sure she's been to 90% of them live. Um, I would say live is definitely important, but if you happen to not be able to watch this at this time or whatever time I decide to stream, sometimes I don't sleep and think about, throwing up a 2 a.m. stream, whatever. Um, I feel free to watch the VOD after this. I think the VOD's really important. Of course, watching live is more important than that, just because we're talking about the current time structure, all that stuff. So I'm just basically going to show you what I see. That's kind of how I like to do these streams. It's always how I've been doing the stream. I will talk about what I use, the variables that we're talking about here. We'll bust out some Bollinger Bands. We'll go over the simple EMA and MAs, some stuff like that, some fibs. I think all that stuff's important. But in general, obviously, I've been very vocally bearish here, kind of, especially at the range highs. I have not necessarily been bearish at the lows. I would say this time's a little bit different. I see a dead cat bounce. That's all it is, fam. And I'm going to explain to you why I see this and all that stuff. So let's just, for example, go over the daily structure. So this, if we get rid of all the noise right here, right? We'll get rid of some indicators as well. Sorry, hide all. Okay. We just look at this general structure right here. You can see that the daily's rolling over. Okay, this is clear sign of weakness. Obviously, you don't need the lines and the boxes to see that this is range lows, but unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the 5th time at range lows. And when you have a deviation like this outside of the range, okay, for example, here's let's go to a clean chart real quick. Go to this one right here. I've been using this one a lot. When you have some type of range, right? We'll get rid of the EMAs and MAs. And we'll just draw a box, okay? It's not some magical, number, right? But it's a general area of support of demand. When you have a box like this, right? And you essentially throw it off of a building. I talk about the bouncy ball analogy a lot. I've talked about it in previous streams. So I'm going to just talk about it right now. You throw it off a building, and actually I talked about it down here, and that was, again, this is kind of how it played out. But we did drop eventually, right? And had to find a little bit lower to bounce. But regardless, you throw it off of a building, you get one big pop, and then you start seeing that, you find weakness. Now you get this low, kind of like here, right? You get this low that forms here outside of this supply zone. Sorry, not supply zone, demand zone. This bottom of the range. And usually you'd like to see a strong reaction, and we did. We came up here, we pulled back a little bit, and then we sent back up to range highs. But all this is, fam, is a range, and that's how you have to treat it, really, until otherwise proven wrong. But with this being a range, right, and having had the spring down here, right? Let's say if this was wick-off reaccumulation, and we were going to send from here, this would have sent us from there. It would not have gotten a 1-2 punch up here at range highs and then come down here. Now, just looking at daily structure from experience, it's not like a for sure variable. I would just argue that the fact that this daily could not engulf the previous daily red, right? We got some clear weakness here. You can see it here on the 8-hour, kind of the wicks up here, right? We're making a lower high, right? This is a lower high technically. It's more or less, fam, a dead cat bounce, kind of bear flag. Unfortunately, I've seen this a million times. Again, if you just go over basic kind of principles of demand and supply and experience in general, we really came down here aggressively and took the demand. 1, 2, 3. This is a big demand move right here, a swing fail pattern of the range lows. We hit it, came back, retested those lows, But I mean, anybody that expects this to continue, hey, the range low needs to be very cautious with longs here. Of course, everyone thinks it's going to bounce like this time, and this time right here, this was a nasty wick. I don't know if this showed up on all the charts. I'll have to look back, but at Coinbase chart because this is the Bitstamp chart. But regardless, whether this was a Bitstamp wick or not, we came down here, boom, boom, and this demand zone is now getting weaker and weaker, and it's really weak, fam. It's to the point where you can't tell me that with these 8 hour wicks over here, that looks very good to you, right? In a kind of realistic sense. Unfortunately, until we do break, this, I would say this zone right here, you're not gonna see a move higher. I get it. Could we have seen higher? Sure, but this is you have to realize, fam, that I've been bearish this kind of entire move down. Whether it was vocally on Twitter or Discord, I was bearish every single time, basically at range highs. There was one time, this 2-day right here, we had a 2-day move here that ended up turning into a sell signal. I was about to get bullish, turned into the sell signal, corrected myself, but the second time up here, it was clear as day that it was bearish, right? So I've been bearish this whole way down. I didn't need the US government Bitcoin moves or the German Bitcoin moves or whatever the fundamentals that are out there right now that are kind of dictating the market. I don't use those moves, or really I don't use the news, right? I'm just basically looking at chart and price action. This asset could be called, it could be your favorite shitcoin on the Solana network, right? This could be any other coin, but the difference is Bitcoin has such a long history compared to obviously many other crypto projects, especially shitcoins on the Solana chain, that it has a little bit smoother price action. But necessarily the same rules I'm discussing right now go for all assets. This could be oil, this could be the S&P we're looking at right now. But I've looked at this a million times, and you look at this 8 hour right here, you look at this daily structure, and fam, this is distribution. That's all it is. It's distribution up here. It's not the end of the world for crypto. Although I like to be, aggressive with my opinion and tell you that it is the end of the world for crypto, because unfortunately, people don't realize what is your definition of the end for crypto. Is the end for crypto like sorry, yeah, is the end for crypto, gonna be, at this level, right? For you, right? What's your definition of for the end of crypto? Is it gonna be at this level right here? Um, could it be a little bit lower here, maybe right here? What level is your end for crypto? Because, and when I say that, is we're talking about, these are kind of the basic supports and resistance, and we're talking about moves here. We're talking about aggressive moves from this price, right? Is your end of crypto gonna be a 40% dip in Bitcoin because you decided to buy above 50K and then you're underwater at 30Ks for months? That's what you have to really ask yourself. Could you please do TA on AVAX? Dextrose, I'm probably not going to do TA on AVAX because Bitcoin is running the show. It's been running the show. And really, whatever happens right now on Bitcoin is going to happen to everything, including Solana. Unfortunately, Solana, was optimistic, and unfortunately, I'm not optimistic on Solana, and we'll get to Solana here in a second. But I don't need to go over AVAX. AVAX is just, it's not. I don't even think it's a top 10 coin. I'm so exhausted. Like, I mean, if the tough thing about crypto right now, right, is you need an narrative. Like, is there a narrative coming out that's going to be super bullish on just AVAX while the rest of the market dumps? That's what we have to really be asking ourselves, Dextrose. It's not, what can I do the technical analysis on an AVAX? I can tell you right now, AVAX probably looks like everything else in the market. Have you seen TIA? Have you seen Arbitrum? Like sitting at 80 cents, 88, 90 cents, like lows and the macro lows. We're talking about macro lows. I mean, AVAX is not going to be any different. It's not like AVAX reinvented the fucking wheel, bro. So generally speaking, what I'm talking about right now in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin probably has a couple more days left here before it breaks down this support and goes much lower. Obviously, there's a little demand zone here. That's a 52K as well. So we got some areas to fuck around with here, and they're gonna definitely fuck around. This is a macro distribution. We're probably gonna break down this demand. We go higher? Sure, we're gonna have to blow past 62.5, really 62.7 to see that. As you can see right here, this is the daily support resistance, and we're under it, right? We're under that 62.5, 63K area, and we're kind of have a rollover effect. But let's go to let's go over to Solana, because I think Solana is a really good short. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me go back to Bitcoin real quick. All right, so let's talk about volatility here on Bitcoin. This is a pretty aggressive move we're going to be seeing here. As you can see, this is volatility. We have this compression on volatility, and now you see this uptick. If we just took out the histogram, which is just the bars here, and you looked at the single moving average right here, you see how we're about to expand, and we're already expanding on this daily. Like this isn't going to turn out well, folks, for Bitcoin and crypto. That's all I got to say. Solana is not going to be any different. Okay, so I just wanted to show that real quick. Go over here to Solana. All right, let's look at the 3-day. 3-day closes today. That's 24 hours from now. We had It's 30 minutes after the new fresh open. So we have 23 hours, 23.5 hours left in this 3-day candle. And let's say we bring up the EMA and MA. Let's get rid of wrongs real quick here. We have a 3-day cross coming in here, fam. This 3-day cross is going to be brutal, unfortunately. And the question is we have time, right? So we have 23 hours and 20 minutes left on this cross before it's likely that it can't be saved. But if they can close it over basically this is the 21 EMA over here at 152 in the next 23 hours, which is definitely possible. Let's give Solana a chance, and let's say it's possible. In the next 23 hours, if they close it over 152, essentially, I'd be looking to probably get out of my shorts, reposition, but I don't know if I see that. I don't know if we have much time here. I'm just going off the expansion. You see this? We're gonna have a big move coming in here on the 3-day, as well as the daily starting to expand. So we're already pulling back on this new fresh daily candle. This is expanding. You can see how the money's expanding right here. So I would definitely favor shorting Solana here. I have already shorted Solana here, but if you decided you agreed with me, let's say, boom, boom, right? You see that? That's going to be over here, cleaner chart. So here's the daily. Right here. Boom. Right. Lower high. Right. They couldn't even. This is kind of telling that they didn't even sweep these stops. Essentially, if there was stops here. So far, structure's still bearish. All right, great. Solana ETF news. But they left you hanging there, Solana fans. Like, they completely left you hanging there. At least closed the daily a little bit higher. But yeah, that 3-day cross that's incoming over here, that's going to be brutal to Solana, fam. It's going to be brutal. Now, again, I'll show you kind of an example of a cross. I think it was, we just had an inch 3-day cross coming in. Yeah. Inch? No, it was 5-day inch. So check this out. Yeah. All right. So here's another cross, right? Here's a perfect example of another cross that happened. It was inch, right? So you guys all remember, I don't remember there being an inch ETF, but do you guys all remember when inch pumped, just 10, 15 days ago, and people got euphoric and like blah, blah, blah? Well, it never broke into the previous range. Here's the previous range. This is the 5-day chart, fam. It's a pretty big time frame, and we had this wick, didn't close in it. and you had this 5-day cross, and look how good they made this look. In fact, this is past the invalidation I would have had, which I did get stopped out of one of these shorts, and I made some money on another. Regardless, this, you see how they closed this candle above this before it crossed, and then it crossed down, and we got sent down. Like, that was as clean as it gets, fam. A good short signal on the 5-day. It would have told you short inch. This is a great opportunity, on a wick up. And sure enough, with the 5-day volatility, bet you that would have confluence here. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, 5-day confluence here. Look, compression. See how it's blue, and then where'd the volatility come from? The sellers. Okay, so all they did was you got caught into a bull trap right there. Can you look at Rendier? I won't look at Rendier either. Eli Price. Sorry. I'm not going to look at individual coins too much. Again, I think that the whole market's coming down. I think Solana is a great opportunity. Stop loss at 160. I mean, you could play it even tighter than that. I'm not going to lie. You could play as tight as this if you want to do like a little scalpy. Does that stop? 150, 187. The high of yesterday was 150, 115. Yeah, so you could play it like this essentially. And I'm almost certain this is going to be going down to 3-day level. Check fibs. Check fibs here. All right, good confluence here. So we've been bouncing the golden pocket. Look at this golden pocket. 1, 2, 3. This is wow. It's gonna be a full retracement. So I would you could play it like this, really tight, but I would say that anything over 160 to the whole level right here as a swing trade. You could play it tight. You could easily play 150, 115. I would play at 152. I'd probably put it like 152. But look at this. Let me explain something to you guys. All right. This is how bearish this looks. I mean, it looks bearish. All right. We're gonna take out. Okay, we're gonna take out the emotion, fam. Right? We're gonna Miz. Thank you for that follow. I know who that is. My boy Miz. We're gonna take out the emotion of this, fam. I really want to take out the emotion, right? I think it's important to take out the emotion, and maybe you don't see it, maybe I do, but let's take out the emotion, okay? Immediately, we're gonna invert this. Okay. All right. Let's say, like, are you guys long in Solana here? Tell me we're long in Solana here, right, fam? Tell me we're long in Solana here. Boom, boom, boom. Look at this. Boom, boom. We couldn't even sweep the high, like the what is that? The weekly high. We couldn't even sweep that. The previous week high, what it was, right? Like, tell me we're long. Like, why would you? Yo, Ripierno, tell me, like, what would you guys do right here? Well, I mean, Ripierno, what are you gonna do right here? You're looking at Solana. You wake up. It's fucking September 2023. They just unlocked all this Solana. You broke out from a fucking downtrend. You're retesting the fucking meme line. We're gonna absolutely send, right, bro? Right? Okay, now hold on. Hold on. All right, let's just do this. Cause this is, don't forget, motherfuckers. Okay? Don't forget who the fucking bull motherfucker was at the bottom. Yeah, that was definitely me. That was me, fam. I was the bull down here. I was the bull. Okay? All right, what were we talking about here? I mean, what are we talking about here? Right? Put up a fucking line right here. Put up a line right here. You guys see it, right? See why I'm bullish Solana? Bullish Solana, right? Then why wouldn't you be bullish Solana here, fam? Okay? Why? So all I did was flip the fucking chart, fam. I flipped the chart. All right? It's bearish. It's bearish, motherfuckers. It's bearish. It's bearish. It's bearish. You can't tell me that's not bearish. You can't tell me this isn't bearish. We got a 3-day cross coming in. I just showed you what happened with the fucking Inge cross. Here's the 3-day cross, fam. Okay? This is what happened when the Inge 5-day cross happened. Okay? Oh, look, we retested. We're testing the cross. That's all we're doing. We're testing the cross. This is your favorite repeat broken record movie. This is what happens, man. We've had this 3-day trend on Solana since $20. Tell you what, I would not want to long that. I would not want to long here. No fucking way, dude. Stop loss 152. Send it to the gulag. Probably going to take out 77, I'm guessing. Probably take out this wick at some point. Probably look something like, you know, and then and then you got to watch this reaction. I think overall you're going to definitely want to watch this reaction right here at 130s. Once we lose that, fam. But this is the last hurrah. I mean, the fact that you're telling me that they gave us the Solana ETF news on a 3-day bearish cross test, that there's no such thing as irony. There's no such thing as coincidences, fam. Like, bro, you can't fool me. Exit, pump, liquidity, whatever you want to call it, fam. Gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a rough one. So let's see here. Let me check. I'm gonna be playing Warzone with my boy. I'll be playing some Warzone, be fucking working out, you know, working on my tan. All that good shit. Yo, you can't build this, fam. Just can't build this. Just saying. It's extremely hard. Need a lot of time. Need a lot of time. Might be able to on Deribit. If I could buy soul options. Yeah, I think you can. I think there's definitely soul options on Deribit. Definitely, I'm like more than positive. I'm like, you know, I think Jupe. Just a side note, I think Jupe should have options. That'd be dick. Like, that'd be some dope shit. Imagine if Jupe had option trading for crypto, but it was decentralized option trading. You know, centralized option trading. Okay, let's listen to some music, fam.
Yeah. The people they won't leave. What is threatening about divesting.
All right, I'll look at Rendier.
Isn't the protest is what they're protesting. It goes against what our country is funding. Block the barricade until Palestine is free. Block the barricade until Palestine is free. When I was 7, I learned a lesson from Cuban Easy E. What was it again? Oh yeah, fuck the police. Actors and badges protecting property in a system that was designed by white supremacy. But the people are in the streets. You could pay off me.
Bearish cross.
Pay off me. Politicians who serve by any means. APAC, Kufi, and all the companies. You see, we sell fear around the land of the free. But this generation here is about to cut the strings. You could ban
I wouldn't.
TikTok, take us out the
bearish.
algorithm, but it's too late. We've seen the truth. We bear witness. Seen the rubble, the buildings, the mothers, and the children, and all the men that you murdered. And then we see how you spin it. Who gets the right to defend and who gets the right of resistance? It's always been about dollars and the color of your pigment. But white supremacy is finally on blast, screaming free Palestine to their home at last. We see the lies and claiming it's anti-Semitic to be anti-Zionist. I seen Jewish brothers and sisters out there and riding in solidarity and screaming free Palestine with the organizing and learning and finally cutting ties with the state that's gotta rely on apartheid system to uphold an occupying violent history. Been repeating for the last 75. The Nakba never ended, the colonizer lied. If students' intents posted on the lawn, occupying the quad is really against the law, and a reason to call in the police and their squad. Where does genocide land in your definition, huh? Destroying every college in Gaza and every mosque, pushing everyone into Rafah and dropping bombs. The blood is on your hands, Biden, we can see it all. And fuck no, I'm not voting for you in the fall. Undecided, you can't twist the truth. The people out here united, never be defeated when freedom's on the horizon. Yet the music industry's quiet, complicit in their platform of silence. What happened to the artist? What you gotta say? If I was on a label, you could drop me today. I'll be fine with it, cause the heart fed my page. I want a ceasefire, fuck a response from Drake. What you willing to risk? What you willing to give? What if you were in Gaza? What if those were your kids? If the West was pretending that you didn't exist, you want the world to stand up, and the students finally did. Let's get it.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened here, but 5-day cross right here on AVAX. We're at support for AVAX. I wouldn't really short too much here. It did sweep this, but definitely could go lower. I mean, crypto's in trouble, fam. Like, let's be real. Crypto's in trouble. Look at this. This is total. This is the 5-day that closes. Look at this 5-day that closes. Today, that's a red 5-day. I mean, if they can't turn it green, we're definitely going much lower. There's not support to like 1.6 trillion, so we're talking about 700 billion getting knocked out of the market on spot. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, fam, I'm calling it. Mad love. You think we see Bitcoin at 48K? Yeah, I do. Citrus. What's buy zones on Solana? I think buy zone would be kind of 70 to 100 would be the sweet zone. Mike, 70 to 100 would be the sweet zone. But yeah, 15-day. That's another one. 15-day, fam. Look at this. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna hold it, but this is the line. Okay. 61,523, and right now the price, or 61,558, and the price right now is 61,523. So we'll see. We're dabbling with the 15-day, but you know, I see other variables are obviously bearish. And oh yeah, let's go over one more thing. I'll go over real quick before we bounce here. Is I'll go over the Bollinger Bands, because I call them the basic bitch bands. So they're solid. They are solid, telling you kind of direction and stuff. We have a weekly compression here. Come in. We closed under the weekly mid. Right, you see how we closed under the weekly mid? Well, technically, when we're on that weekly mid, we're bearish. And it's not just, you know, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks underneath it. This is only our first week under it. Here's one example: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 under that, and then I'm not going to count this one, but we broke under a weekly mid here. Bear market 2022-23 happened, and we stayed under the weekly mid, one fake out for, whatever, 40 weeks. Look at this. Just curious how many. Um, 56 weeks. 56 weeks, fam. Okay, so minimum, let's expect, let's say this consolidation, that's 9 weeks at the under the mid weekly Bollinger Band. So we got time, fam. We got a lot of time. Until that weekly mid Bollinger Band is taken back, you really have no reason. And you can look at history. I just showed you history. You have zero reason going back to COVID. Look at this COVID. Zero reason whatsoever to be in this market. Okay. 2019, under the mid, like mid weekly Bollinger Band. It's fucking that simple. It's the 20 simple moving average. We're underneath that for a week. 3 days left. It's bearish. Good luck to the Bulls, fam. Mad love. You can just use the basic bitch bands, okay, aka the Bollinger Bands, to show you all this information. Do not long until there's a weekly closed above the mid Bollinger Band. It's that simple. Had you done it here once, okay, one time, two times, in the entire 22 and 56 weeks that we closed above it twice. In a 56-week period, we closed 1 week above it twice for an actual fake out. Okay, so my point being is, when we close underneath it, we tend to spend a lot of time under it. It's not just one under and over. Look at this. There's no reason to be in the market. Be in the market. That's even with spots. I suggest, look at this. Look at this. We're talking about weeks, fam. Much lower. Weeks and much lower. Okay? Weeks and much lower. The basic bitch band. Weeks. Man, weeks. Come on. 2017. Weeks. Weeks, fam. Yes, mistakes. I agree. I think in general, mistakes and Miz, I honestly think in general, the reason I'm saying not be in the market is because, like, who wants to try to catch a bottom for X amount of weeks? Let's say it's 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks. Why would you want to catch the bottom? I would just wait for basic structure to form. These kind of accumulation, where are they, basic, right? You would agree. I'd wait for like a basic macro bottom to form. Like we saw 16K, 32K, and then get back in the market. Yeah, I agree, Miz. I agree. Yep. So, it's a tough pill to swallow, but again, they're just kind of dead cat bouncing it. Distribution, I was talking about, I'm not sure if you were here earlier, Miz, but I was talking about just how many times we hit the demand zone. The demand zone's been beat up, right? 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch, swing failure, 4 punch. This is the 5th punch. I mean, people expect it just to bounce back to range highs. This to be an infinite range. It's not going to be that way, and we got lots of time to chop. So we'll see everyone back in November. Yeah, better bet. That's right. That's right. Anyways, mad love everybody. Short stream. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, Miz, for chatting. Even looking at RSI, you can tell this is pure distribution. Yeah. RSI is a big one too. Well, yeah, that's a good one. That's good. Got this. I think it's the 5-day. The 5-day RSI. Yep. So speaking of RSI, right? Bottom to top, right? Distribution confirmation right here, right? Bottom to top. So it's pretty ugly This is since I don't think people realize this is June 2022. I mean, bottom to top. This is 16K bullish divergence. This is a FTX collapse. So we had right 17 was a 17.8, 16K, and then we've rode this trend line all the way up. This 5 day this 5 day says a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and LARP this one on Twitter. I'm not gonna just LARP it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make it savage style. All right, that one's a good one. All right, it's time to play some Warzone. All right, fam. Mad love. Appreciate all you. 30s quite quickly. Oh, I'd love to see it. Mad love. Appreciate all you guys. Oh, Sam, bro. Sam. I wonder if Sam came by. Would have loved to hear from Sam, dude. Dude, I'll tell you what. Sam called it, Ms. So Trader Samwise fam, who created Teal Street, which is the trading terminal I use. Sam called it as soon as those ETFs took over, day trading became much tougher. I'm not gonna lie, like day trading has it became much choppier. Like, have you noticed that they sucked the life out of volatility in Bitcoin? Not for alts, but for Bitcoin, they really sucked the life out of the Bitcoin volatility. Like some of these dumps, like for example, right, we go to this daily here. Some of these, like this, like what the fuck was this shit right here? This 3 day hold right here. This, that was just that was total manipulate, like market maker, S&P, Nasdaq type of shit, dude. That was a lot, like so many round trips. I took so many round trips those 3 days. So many round trips, whether it's shorts, longs. Oh man, I fucking love. I love like the 500 people I follow on Twitter. I got such a good feed now. I clean that shit up. It's such a good feed. Such a good feed. Anyways, fam, mad love. Appreciate all you. I'll try to do more streams.